Alright folks, we're back. This is our second round here of playing against Apocalypse, and we're not doing really great. We've been getting crappy cards. He's already got one Scheme Twist. He gets two more, he wins. War and Death are on the board. And it's not going terrible, but it's not going good. We haven't even hit him once. So we got to try to hope things get a little bit better. So I've got my hand ready, and it looks like I'm on recruit points here. Got 3, and I will probably take this Black Widow here. As far as combat, I don't have enough to fight anybody, but I do have this one where I can draw a card, and so I will. That gives me another combat, so that gives me 5 combat. It's not good enough to fight either of these guys, so that's that. Alright, let me place the hero. Angel, put a villain on the board, and now we have a Scheme Twist. So this token here is going to go on Death, and if another Scheme Twist pops up, or if he escapes, then that'll be the second Scheme Twist we put on Apocalypse, and that'll be 2, and if he gets 3, he wins the game. So we gotta start hoping for some good cards and some better luck. Alright, let's see what I got here. I got 1 recruit. I have this, draw 2 cards and discard a card, so I will draw 2. And I will definitely discard that one and keep this. Alright, this may be a little better. 3 recruit points, now on combat. You may discard a card. You get combat equal to that card's value. If I discard this card, I'll have that 4 will be added to my value on that card, so it'll be 6, 8, 10, 14. I will do that. I will discard this card. I'll have 14, and so I will hit Apocalypse 1 time. So we finally got that out of the way. Now I will take the top card off of his Mastermind Tactics, put him back, and let's see what it says. Each other player KOs 2 heroes from their discard pile that cost 1 or more. Alright, so that's the penalty for fighting him. Alright, so I gotta discard 2 heroes. Gotta KO 2 heroes that cost 1 or more. Well, I do have some crappy hero cards in there in my discard pile here, so let's see what we got. Okay, I'll discard this one. I'll KO that one. And I will KO this Black Widow. So, it cost me to lose some mediocre cards, really. But I did get a hit on him, which is what we've been needing. And now we turn over the next villain, and it's Pestilence. Alright, Pestilence. In order to fight Pestilence, each other player reveals the top 3 cards of their deck, discard each of those cards that cost 1 or more, and puts the rest back in any order. And if she escapes, we got to do that same effect. Alright, so let's shuffle some cards and get a new hand. Well, as you can see, I don't have the greatest hand. I can't fight anybody, but I do have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recruit points. And I will take this Angel again, because that's a good card right there, actually. So we will discard these cards, put down a new hero card. Yeah, that's a crappy Black Widow card. And a new villain is Scheme Twist, and there we go. So he now has 2 Scheme Twist. Death has escaped, and this thing goes back on the baby. So one of the 4 horsemen has escaped. And if all 4 of them escape, he wins. And he has 2 of the Scheme Twists, and if one more Scheme Twist, if he gets put next to him, he wins the game. And we've only got 1 hit on him, so this is not looking real good. So we gotta have the best comeback in history. So I deal my 6 cards here. All right, let me see here. Well, I have fight there, fight there, fight there, fight there. No, I don't. That's not a good card. But I do have this one here. It says draw 2 cards and discard a card. So I will do that. I'll draw 2 cards, and I will discard that one, and I will keep this one. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. But you may discard a card to get combat. So if I discard this card, I'll add an extra 4. So that's 16 combat points. Well, that would be enough to knock these two out, I think. So we're 8 and 7, 15. Yeah, that would be enough to knock them two out. Or I can try to take a risk and hit Apocalypse again. And you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use those combat points, and I'm going to hit Apocalypse again. So we hit him again, and this one says each other player plays a 4 horseman villain from their victory pile as if playing it from the villain deck. I'm sorry. Well, you know what? We kind of lucked out on that because we don't have a 4 horseman from our victory pile. So if we did, we'd have to put him on the, like we played him from the villain deck. But we got lucky. We don't have one of those. So, alright. So we've knocked him down to 2. Alright. We weren't able to recruit anybody, so let's do the next villain. A Master Strike. Alright. Well, let's see what we do on that. Alright, so with that Master Strike here, we have to take all the heroes that cost 1 or more and put them on top of my deck. So I take this card and the Black Widow card and put it on top of the deck, and all I have to play with is these, and these are 4 recruit points. And I will guess I will take this guy right here, this Angel. So the next hero, another Angel, and the villain deck, another Scheme Twist. So that means we are going to put this token on Pestilence, and that's how that's going to go. So let's deal myself 6 more cards. Okay, let's see here. I have 3 recruit. Alright, I have, looks like 2, 4, 8, 10. But if I discard this card right here, I can get 7 points, and that would make it 9, 11, 13. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to discard that, and I will hit Apocalypse one more time. Alright, so he's down to 1 more after that left. And this thing is each other player reveals the top 3 cards of their deck, KOs each of those cards that cost 1 or more, and puts the rest back in any order. Well, that's terrible. Oh my god. I hope the top 3 cards of my deck are terrible. So we're going to reveal the top 3. Okay, there's 1. Oh no, well, she's not worth. I got to KO that one. And this Blade. Ah, he was a good one. So that, and I still have 3 recruit points, and I guess I'll just have one of these Angels. Now you're asking me, why didn't I take out the Pestilence here in order to, I'm just hoping that it's going for broke, really. I mean, I'm just hoping that I can get lucky and not get a Scheme Twist, and my next turn knock him out. I got him. I at least wanted to get Apocalypse down a little bit. So let's see. The Black Widow. Now, if this is a Scheme Twist, I've lost the game. You know, it was all or nothing, so let's hope. No whammies. Famine. Alright, so Pestilence moves 1. Famine here. Alright. And she has that fight. Each other player reveals I guess, mine hero or discards a card. Talk about lucky. Alright. Let me shuffle some cards. Well, it looks like my luck may hold out a little bit. First thing I gotta do is play this card, draw 2 cards, and discard a card. So I will draw 2. That one good. Alright, then it says, hey, you may discard a card. I'm going to discard this one, so that will give me 4 combat points. So 5 plus 4 is 9. So I have 9 combat points right now as it is. I could take Pestilence out, and I have 9, 11, 13, 14. Alright, let's see. I will do that. Since I've got an Apocalypse whittled down, I'm going to beat Pestilence. I'm going to fight him. We'll put this back here. And I have to reveal the top 3 cards of my deck and discard each of those that are 1 or more. That's not good. Okay, well, I discard that one. Discard that one. And discard that one. At least I don't have to KO them. There's a difference between KO and a discard. This just goes in my discard pile. KO, that means I would never see him again. So I took Pestilence, I beat Pestilence, and Baby Hope is still back on the scheme. So I bought myself a little bit more time to pop Apocalypse. So let's see what we get here on the villain front. And we got a bystander. So Famine captures the bystander. We will put the bystander right there. If I beat Famine, I get the bystander. Alright, so steal myself some more cards. See, I have that one, 5, and alright. Let's see what we got here. Now I could defeat a villain or mastermind that has a bystander, so I could beat Famine pretty much for free, but I'm gonna have this card again. This is a very good card. I can discard a card, and I'm going to discard this thing worth 4 points. So that makes this thing 6 points combat. Another 4 here makes it 10. 2 right there. It's 12. That's just enough to take a hit on Apocalypse, and then I have 2 recruit points, and which I will hit Apocalypse. And this is his last tactic. And it says, if this is not the final tactic, woo, good thing I shuffled that good. Rescue 6 bystanders and shuffle this tactic back into other tactics. Well, this is the final tactic, so thank goodness, or otherwise I would have had to keep going against him. So he's all out of tactics. Now some people play to where if you beat the villain and defeat him and take all his tactics from him, then you've won. I always play him like you defeat his tactics and then you got to beat him one more time and then you win. So that's the way I play. You can play either way, but that's the way I play. And I'm going to take these 2 recruit points, and I'm going to take this Black Widow here. And it looks like, I guess, the luck has kind of changed a little bit. All I need is one more good hand, and I will beat Apocalypse, which is not easy to do. So let's do another hero card. I have a Blade, and then another villain card, and it's a Master Strike. And of course, we're gonna have to deal with that. So let me shuffle some cards. Okay, so I've done my hand, and I have these 2 guys, and the rest, because of that Master Strike, I have to put back on top of my deck. And that was a decent hand. So I'll recruit, and I'll just recruit this card right here. I've got to have some cards for cannon fodder. Put up a new hero and a new villain card, and this is a Sentinel. Holy cow, I can't believe there's some Sentinels left. Well, hey, that should probably be the last Sentinel. I did shuffle at least one back there. So let's see what we got. If we got a good enough hand, we can finally end this thing and beat a Apocalypse. Well, now let's see what we do. I think we do. We have that, and I have this, and of course I'm going to discard this card right here. So that makes it 6 points. 4 is 10. And I have my 2 right here. That is 12. And so I have beaten Apocalypse. I gotta say, that was close. I thought for sure I was gonna lose this game. I thought, especially since he had the 2 twists, but I played it to go for broke and my luck panned out. Just a few thoughts on this game. Like I said, this game is very fun to play. The only thing you could say that maybe slows up the game is you have to shuffle, do a lot of shuffling in order to build your decks at the beginning playthrough. As you can see, I didn't do a good job on the villain deck as much. And also every time you do yourself your 6 cards, you have to do shuffling and stuff like that. So that does slow it up a little bit. But other than that, this is a pretty good game. Another thing I like to mention is the artwork. You've seen a lot of the artwork on the cards. They are really good. The artwork is outstanding to me. Some people complain, especially in the first Marvel Legendary, the base set, that all the cards for the certain person, like you see all these Black Widow cards here, they're the same. That didn't bother me too much, but they did fix that with Dark City. Dark City, they have different art for the different cards. Like Stalk the Prey here. You see, these 2 angels have a high-speed chase, but this is drop off a friend angel, and you see the artwork is different, whereas every Black Widow is the same. So they fixed that, but to me that wasn't a bad. It wasn't really bad. Some people can just be picky, I guess. I didn't even recruit none of the shield officers. That happens with me a lot. Only one bystander really came into play. I was fortunate to where I didn't get any wound cards. And I gotta tell you, this is one of the few times I've beaten Apocalypse. Apocalypse is very hard to beat. I mean, just look at him. He is very hard to beat. And like I said, I didn't think I was going to win. So that's it for this. Next time we play Marvel Legendary, we're going to be doing a new villain, new scheme, and we'll see what the luck of the draw brings us, and hopefully some new better heroes. We'll be doing new heroes, and of course we'll have new villain henchmen and stuff like that in there. But like I said, I recommend this game, and if you get this game, I definitely recommend getting the Dark City expansion. So this is SoloGamer signing out. Until next time.